Jim, another question. This one from Twitter using the hashtag CornyDriveThru from Ben Platt. What are your thoughts? And he has an attachment here. Realistically, where does the run come to an end and whose record does he beat? And the list I have here. What former champions Roman Reigns will beat based on how many days they would be champion?
Okay, I've seen this. Somebody went back and counted all the days that the various long-running champions in the history of the company have had the title and who Roman is ahead of and who he's behind and where his next milestones are.
To reach 1,000 days, it would be May 27th, 2023. The approximate event would be WrestleMania Backlash 2023, around that period of time.
Well, I think we're safe there because, again, if he didn't lose it to Cody at WrestleMania, he's not losing it to someone else different than Cody the very next month when Cody's on the card against Brock Lesnar. So he's good for 1,000 days.
To beat Pedro Morales, it would be June 24th, 2023. That would be 1,028 days. The approximate premium live event would be Money in the Bank.
I think he's good there, too. I don't see him doing anything that quick.
Well, from Pedro to Bruno, this is interesting. To beat Bruno Sammartino's first title run.
No,
actually, no, just
second
title. It says Bruno Sammartino won. That's what threw me off here. To beat Bruno's second title run in the 70s, it would be January 20th, 2024, 1,238 days, approximate premium live event, the Royal Rumble.
Well, now we're stretching things. And by the way, we made a mistake. You did, and I went along with you, so I guess I bear some culpability. SummerSlam is not where we said it was.
Oh, in Philadelphia, that's right.
Philadelphia is WrestleMania next year, right?
That's what it is.
And SummerSlam is where?
Detroit.
It's in Detroit.
What could be worse than Philadelphia? Detroit!
Well, or the Palace at Auburn Hills. They wrecked that place. I think Luger was part of the demolition crew. I think it would be difficult to wait that long. I think by SummerSlam or Royal Rumble, I don't know, maybe they're going to try to stretch this out, but we're starting to push things now.
Well, here's the big push. After that, to beat Hulk Hogan, 1,475 days, it would be September 13th, 2024. The approximate premium live event, Crown Jewel 2024.
Yeah, that's a year and a half from now. And they're talking about Hogan's run from, early 84? Was it the first week of January 84?
84 to 88.
To 88, yeah. And so 67, 4.5 solid years. I don't think that's going to happen. One way or the other, Cody or no.
Well, to beat Bob Backlund's run, minus interception from Antonio Inoki, 2,136 days, it would be July 6th, 2026, Hell in a Cell 2026, approximately.
And boy, and let's be honest, Bob Backlund's 5 years uninterrupted was at the time when, between 1978 and 1983, the WWF was the biggest regional territory in the world. They had the biggest buildings. They had the strongest television, in those huge markets. And they had amazing undercards. And Vince Sr. was grudge pushing Bob Backlund over the last at least 2 years. So that was just like a, fuck you, I'm going to do what I want because I can, and we're still selling out type of reign.
And finally, to beat Bruno Sammartino's first title run, it would be May 4th, 2028, 2,804 days, the approximate premium live event, WrestleMania Backlash 2028.
Bruno #1 from May 17, 1963 to what was it, December? No, it was January
71.
8th, 1971. That ain't going to happen ever again, I don't think. certainly not with Roman Reigns or anybody else in right now. So I think we're looking at the next 12 months.
So what do you think based on all of these here? You know, again, these are just how many days it would take to beat these former champions.
Right.
SummerSlam would fall in between Pedro and Bruno. And then, of course, WrestleMania would be in between Bruno and Hogan. Do any of these matter, or do you still do whatever you're going to do?
Well, you still do whatever you're going to do. I mean, it's interesting factoids. They, meaning the WWE office, may be giving serious consideration to, wow, the 1,000-day thing will be cool, so we could say that. But they have not, I'm sure, looked at previous champions to say, okay, we can get longer than this guy and this guy, but we can't. We'll never talk him into staying in the business long enough to beat Bruno's first run. That's immaterial to them. 1,000 days, they can market that. If somebody says, to the announcers, well, now you can say that he was champion longer than Pedro Morales. That might be a factoid they drop in the commentary, but it's not going to be something they hang their hat on trying to sell it. And I think we're within 12 months. If it ain't done by next year's WrestleMania, they're completely out of their pea-picking minds.